She is the youngest and certainly the most reserved of the late Queen's granddaughters. Although she has relinquished the title of princess and the predicate Royal Highness, she is nevertheless, like her parents, among the most active members of the Windsor family. Louisa, who celebrated her 20th birthday on November 8, 2023, is looking more and more like Elizabeth II at the same age. This is undoubtedly one of the reasons that has brought her closer to her grandmother, a close friend recently confided to the Evening Standard that the late Queen recognized herself in her: the same poise, the same thoughtfulness, and the same kindness. They both had a passion for horses and often stayed together at Balmoral, where they took long walks, forming a close bond. Edward and Sophie's eldest daughter, now Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, however, never aspired to play princess. She only found out that the Queen was her grandmother when she went to school. When they married. In 1999, her parents relinquished to her and her younger brother James the princely title granted to them by George V's 1917 charter. Legally, she carries the surname Mountbatten-Windsor as per the wishes of Elizabeth II in respect of her descendants not belonging to the senior branch. However, Louisa could have claimed the title of princess when she reached adulthood, but she refrained from doing so. The young girl is attached to her grandparents. In addition, his birth into the world was not an easy one. Her mother Sophie, then Countess of Wessex, was entering her final month of pregnancy at her home in Bagshot Park, County Surrey. Suddenly, on the night of November 8, 2003, she felt intense pain. Prince Edward's wife had just suffered a premature detachment of the placenta. The mother, in labor, was rushed to nearby Friendly Park Hospital and was delivered by caesarean section at 11:32 p.m. The baby was delivered by caesarean section. The premature baby, who was suffering from respiratory failure as well as jaundice, was immediately transported 50 km away to the neonatal unit at St. George's Hospital in Tooting in the southern suburbs of London. For her part, Sophie is slowly recovering after weeks of deliberation. The miracle baby was named Louise Alice Elizabeth Mary on November 27. She is now 16th in line to the throne of Great Britain after a difficult birth. Louisa suffered from esotropia, a rare form of strabismus that can lead to minor vision loss. Fortunately, 2 interventions, the second in 2013, corrected this. Louise, like her brother James, who was 4 years younger than her, grew up in the family's imposing 120-room Bagshot Park mansion, a 20-minute drive from Windsor. She also attended St. George's School, a private school originally founded for the singers of the Castle Chapel. She then continued her education at St. Mary's School in Ascot until she achieved her level, the equivalent of a bachelor's degree. In 2022, her brilliant results allowed her to attend the University of St. Andrews, Scotland, where William and Kate met. She is currently starting her second year in English Literature department, but is also interested in history, political science, and theatre. We have seen Louise remain very close to her grandmother as well as the Duke of Edinburgh during her childhood and adolescence. In September 2001, in a BBC programme dedicated to Prince Philip called The Royal Family Remembers, Louise recalled that he introduced her to driving, a sport she still plays today. "I really hope he's proud of me," she states excitedly. After a competition, he would always ask me how it went. His eyes would light up because he was so excited to tell me about it. The late Duke of Edinburgh also left him his cart and 2 ponies. Louise used them in July 2021 during the Champagne Laurent Perrier Jr. driving competition at the Royal Windsor Horse Show, dutifully fulfilling their duties. Edward and Sophie always wanted to keep their 2 children from artificial notoriety, even though the governor of Manitoba in Canada in 2008 saw fit to name a lake after him. This transformation into the ravishing young blonde she is today was bound to attract media attention. A maid of honor at William and Kate's wedding in 2011, she was just 7 years old. She reappeared at the wedding of her cousin Princess Eugenie in 2018. Aside from a few formal engagements, Louise was noted for her elegance and dressing style. During Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee in June 2022, we saw her again at the funeral of the latter, then at the coronation of her uncle Charles III on May 6. No one can yet say what Lady Louise Windsor's future will be. We are trying to bring them up in a way that they understand. They will have to work to live, Sophie confirmed about her children to the Sunday Times newspaper in October 2020. This only prevents Harry and Meghan eloping, among others. Andrew's misadventures have brought Elizabeth II's youngest son to the forefront. Now the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, Edward and Sophie, seem to be a model of seriousness and loyalty, and